Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma. The international rating agency Fitch has downgraded Georgia's sovereign rating outlook for the second time in 2024. In a review published on Friday, it is noted that the country retains its BB credit rating. However, the outlook for this rating has been revised from stable to negative. This marks the second downgrade this year, as in June 2024 the outlook was adjusted from positive to stable. Georgia's official international reserves increased by $39 million in November, reaching $4.1 billion. Despite the monthly reserve growth, Georgia's international reserves decreased by $999 million compared to the same period of the last year. Natia Turnava announced that the National Bank purchased $124.5 million via B-Match platform last month. The reason for the depreciation of the Georgian Lari on November 28 was the decision made by the one-party parliament of the Georgian Dream to suspend the issue of opening negotiations with the European Union for 4 years, as announced by the newly reapproved Prime Minister. Following this, the exchange rate of the US dollar rose from 2.74 to 2.78. By the end of this week, the rate stood at 2.85 Lari, decreased to 2.83 Lari on December 5th, and as a result of today's trading, dropped to 2.77 Lari. The Ministry of Finance has submitted the final draft of the 2025 budget to Parliament. According to the document, government allocations will increase by 895 million Georgian Lari, reaching 27.9 billion Georgian Lari, driven by increased funding for certain ministries. According to the third draft of the budget, the total amount of grants to be received from international organizations, foreign governments and foreign entities will decrease by 91 million Georgian Lari compared to 2024 and is projected at around 60 million Georgian Lari. Additionally, the grant plan in the budget has also been reduced compared to the second draft submission, with a decrease of 366,000 Georgian Lari in this regard. Geostat published a report in November inflation, according to which prices increased by 1.3% year-on-year last month. According to Geostat, the prices of the largest consumer group, food, rose by 3.1% year-on-year. The National Bank of Georgia has issued an order for commercial banks regarding the increase of minimum reserve requirements in foreign currency. According to the order, it will come into force on December 19th. The Financial Stability Committee of the MBG decided to raise reserve requirements on foreign currency deposits by 5% on November 27th. According to the information published by MBG, the decision aims to ensure that existing foreign currency liquidity in banks does not transform into increased foreign currency lending. On December 5th, 2024, the National Bank of Georgia issued the first microbank license to Micro Business Capital (MBC), following the microbank licensing rules. Another microfinance organization, Crystal, has also applied for microbank status, as Nino Debdariani, the chairperson of the Association of Microfinance Organizations, told BMG. Crystal's application is still under review. In parallel with these events, protests continue in Tbilisi and almost all regions of Georgia. 500 demonstrators were arrested during protests related to the postponement of the EU accession process. In addition to the Demonstrators, media representatives sustained significant injuries, and the government claims that several dozen police officers were also injured. The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.